And we're live. Here we go. Hey everybody, it's your boy SergDragon, and welcome back to another edition of the Heavens Monsters podcast. This time we will be covering Impact Wrestling on May 3rd. With me always is T-Money, king of puppies. There you go. So let's kick it off. The show kicks off with the recap of Impact Wrestling Rebellion pay-per-view. In which case, the first person to come out would be none other than Michael Elgin, the newest star to Impact Wrestling, and the guy who literally powerbombed, spinning sit-down powerbomb at that, the new champ, Brian Cage. Comes out to state that he was the one who took him out, even though and he's calling him out, dude. He's calling him out knowing that he's not there. And he says so because I know he ain't here because of what I did to him. You did to him, but what Johnny Impact did to him, put him through just to get that title before he showed up. Dumbass. It would then be Johnny Impact coming out in an all-white suit. Like, seriously, dude? I hope you don't wear that later because piss stain or shit brown stain, it's gonna show. Don't wear all white to a wrestling company. That is just stupid.
Or whatever you're eating or drinking.
Oh, that's just staining, period. He would come out and state that before you get a title shot, you gotta get in line because of the fact that he's got a number one contendership, a rematch clause. Then Conan comes out, saying that now that the LAX and the Lucha Brothers are one familia once again, he is now representing Pentagon Jr., former Impact champion, and is looking to have him back in the title picture, telling Johnny Impact that you second in line, you third in line, Pentagon Jr. is first in line. Mike Elgin didn't like the sound of that. He puts his hands, and without hesitating, Pentagon Jr. comes out and becomes one hell of a brawl, in which later on that match is a triple threat for the number one contendership for Brian Cage's Impact Championship. We then have a match, the first match of the night, Austin Ace versus Petey Williams. And
Ace Austin.
Ace Austin. What did I say?
Austin Ace.
Austin Aries. I had Austin Aries on there because Austin is in his name. Ace Austin, the Ace. Sadly, Petey Williams ended up losing that match. No cheats. He literally won fair and square. So the Canadian Destroyer didn't get the win.
The Maple Leaf Muscle.
Next, we would have Rosemary and the Undead Maid of Honor versus Kiera Hogan. That match was pretty interesting. They even went off stage on the ramp. And here comes the freaking Undead Bridesmaids. And Su Yung ultimately ended the match in disqualification for the favor of Rosemary. Then, of course, the Undead Bridesmaid that was captured by Rosemary is free once again. And they were just all laid out. Well, not really. That's right. I see this image, I remember. Kiera Hogan looked like she was going to help Rosemary, but then remembered that she's no longer friends with her, so she left her in the hands of Su Yung and the Undead Bridesmaids. And it was literally a one-sided fight, leaving Rosemary laid out. Damn. I understand why Kiera Hogan did it. It's just the Firefly, as she's being called by Rosemary, is not amused. Then we would have Madison Rayne. Right, Madison Rayne, right? Did I say that right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Madison Rayne issue a challenge for the title to the champ, Taya Valkyrie. And she goes to the freaking head officer, the head people in charge, saying that she doesn't have to defend her title for the next 30 days, and she will get her lawyers. Next week they will have a match, but it will not be for the title. She's having her way, basically. because she didn't want to wrestle like her husband, Johnny Impact, did. She doesn't want that.
If Jim Cornette was running the show, he would make her wrestle.
Next, we would have Eddie Edwards versus Phoenix in a match that was pretty interesting because of the fact that Killer Cross was on stage and literally walking to the ropes of the ring the whole damn time, distracting and ultimately taking Kenny the Kendo Stick, giving Phoenix the chance to get the edge and the win. And Eddie Edwards is irate because of the fact that he lost his best friend, Kenny the Kendo Stick, once again. That sucks. Next, we have the return of RVD. The real effing show. Woohoo!
Mr. Pay-Per-View.
Yep. Sadly, his thing would be interrupted by All Ego Ethan Page, ultimately issuing a challenge for next week for Rob Van Dam. And getting the Van Daminator with the steel chair. He does have a huge argument with his tag team partner. Together they're known as the North, of Josh Alexander, saying that we got a match with the LAX next week and you couldn't put yourself in a double book match. And Ethan Page, All Ego, is saying that I can do it. I can't do both matches. So Moose comes in as a friend, he says, that he don't have to worry about LAX. He'll team up with Josh Alexander against LAX for the titles. I think the titles are on the line. And now the North are in a twist because they're like, what the hell is going on? The match of the night would be then Johnny Impact with Johnny Bravo versus Michael Elgin versus Pentagon Jr. in a triple threat to determine the number one contender for Impact World Champion against Brian Cage. At the beginning, and I got the rest here. At the beginning of the entrance, we would see the trophy that Johnny Impact got for winning the Ultimate X at United We Stand, which means he would fight the NXT champion at any given time he chooses. Here's the problem. They're saying he can fight the world champion at any given time should he lose this match. I'm like, what? That's for the X Division title, not the world title. Who the frick is writing this crap? Who's rewriting it? Fuck you. It's X Division, Ultimate X Division title. That's it. Not world title. Jumping ahead of the line, you damn asshole. Ultimately, in this match, the one I gotta say, I gotta love, if not for the powerhouse and the high flying of Michael Elgin and Johnny Impact, Pentagon Jr. was the one winning this damn match the whole damn time, but sadly, after a little accident with the Hurricane Rana on Johnny Impact, he missed, and it's actually able to kick Pentagon Jr. upside the head. Johnny Impact then takes advantage, taking a steel chair, hits him in the ribs, and twice upside the head, hits Pentagon Jr., ultimately taking him out of the match, telling the referee that this is a triple threat, no disqualification, in which it's true. It would then be just Johnny Impact, who had all the momentum, versus Michael Elgin, and Michael Elgin clotheslined the hell out of Johnny Impact and then took him for a spin and slam. He's the mayor of Slamtown. Well, he just got slammed by Michael Elgin with a sit-down powerbomb spin. 1, 2, 3. New number one contender, Michael Elgin.
I want to say about that Killer Cross thing you just mentioned. Scott Bardo, you could do better. Why do you have to disappoint some of your fans by dating that loser?
Not part of the Impact Wrestling storyline. This is real life. Scarlett Bordeaux is in fact dating in real life, in real time, Killer Cross. Maybe he's a nice guy in real life. I don't know. But no, that's that too. He look like a mean motherfucker.
But Scarlett Bordeaux, you disappoint some of your fans. If they see this, they gonna be.
Thank you, my brother, for mentioning that. I almost forgot.
You disappointed me.
Yeah.
Now you're no longer my girl.
She's Killer Cross's girl.
Yeah. Trish Stratus is my girl. Trish Stratus is my girl.
You sure? She's married.
Hey,
She has kids.
You always dream.
You gonna? That's all you have.
And right. To all the Trish Stratus fans, the guys, that's what they have to say.
Yep. In addition, of course, I almost forgotten. Thank you for reminding me. OVE has still got it. Sami Callihan still has issues with Rick Swan. Ultimately, making this about family, he challenges him to a 8-man OVE street fight. So this is going to be crazy next week. Woo! So who are the participants? Well, here we are. We have Rick Swan, first and foremost, an injured right arm, Tommy Dreamer extending his hand, saying that he'll be there to get payback next week. Hopefully he'll feel better. He already knows that Willie Mack is going to be having his back, so they're questioning who's going to be the fourth guy to back him up. With the smoke coming in and that music of hers, da-da-da-da-da. She was there the whole time because they're in a lounge of some sort, and she was just listening in and said that she don't have to worry. Rick Swan says, I know you handled your business at Rebellion, and you're pretty badass. You're pretty hardcore. And Tommy Dreamer was saying that too. We're like, yeah. Because Tommy Dreamer is just looking at her like, yeah, he's looking over her shoulder the whole time like this, like, he likes what he sees.
Because Tommy Dreamer, well, you better careful. Tommy Dreamer, your wife might be watching that. Your wife is an ECW veteran.
Yeah, but then after being saying that he's got to turn her down because he doesn't want her getting hurt with OVE, because OVE, their violent can be very chaotic. So he's like, she says, nah, sweetheart, don't have to worry. I'm not offering myself. I'm thinking something bigger. I already knew who she was talking about, but when she said bigger, you could see Tommy Dreamer looking at her chest like, bigger than those? He didn't say anything. You just know what he's looking at.
I would do the same thing.
And when she said bigger, all you see and hear is a finger waving coming in on screen saying, oh, no, it's Falaba, the Samoan. Or Japanese, sumo. It's sumo. He's basically a sumo.
Yeah, Japanese.
Yeah. Fan favorite Falaba is in on this extreme match, and he's good making it all that face. He's sticking out his tongue going, ah! Tommy Dreamer slaps both his torsos, and he's like, ah, ready. And Rick Swan is like, oh, I know, you clever, girl. You clever. Yeah, we got this. So with that said, with Taya Valkyrie versus Madison Rayne, we also have 8-man hardcore OVE street fight match next week. Oh my God. And we got Ethan Page versus Rob Van Dam, and Moose and Josh Alexander versus LAX. Oh, this is going to be one hell of a good next week. Or should I say this Friday on May 10th, the same night as my mother's birthday, and the same night that Pokemon Detective Pikachu comes out. So, if you got the Pursuit channel, Pursuit. I said Pursuit. I said Pursuit channel. Put it on your DVR. If not, watch it live stream on Twitch for Impact Wrestling, or you could just watch a Detective Pikachu movie another day and watch that. And I'm going to be celebrating my mom's birthday that weekend, of course.
Even though I don't watch Impact, it's just not good as it used to be. I like when it was called TNA.
Hell yeah.
My loyalty is with WWE, but when All Elite Wrestling comes, I hope I will be watching that.
Yeah, but what program is it going to be?
Well, they still try to get
They're still trying to get airing licenses.
Yeah, they try to get with TNT.
Airing rights, TNT.
Yeah. Because like that's what the channel that W started.
We'll have to wait and see. There was something else I wanted to mention. Shoot. Just brain fart. Forgot it. Oh! Courtesy of the fact that compared to now is no different than what WWE is doing, because you go back on TNA and it's pretty much like the Attitude Era. Case in point, the look back footage they had was when Kurt Angle first came to Impact Wrestling, when Samoa Joe was told to return the NWA, something like that, title.
Yeah.
And it was the headbutt heard around the world when Kurt Angle headbutt and made a bloody face of Samoa Joe. That was good. That was the good old days, man. It's pretty much the Attitude Era of TNA. Pretty much.
Yeah, but that's when it had attractive women in TNA. Now you only see
and hardcore matches that rival ECW, and people were screaming that.
Yeah. And now you only see two women, attractive women. The two is called Bordeaux and one is Madison and Rayne.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got Tessa Blanchard,
Well,
Taya Valkyrie, Jordan Grace, all big muscle women.
I'm talking about women who are skimpy though. Now.
Yeah, that's why I mentioned big women. I know for a fact that they're not going to be out there skipping clothes and all that kind of stuff.
Because you saw Madison Rayne used to do that. Like I said, you only see two attractive women: Madison Rayne and Scarlett Bordeaux.
Yep, pretty much. Because you know Rosemary ain't going to do that.
Nope.
And she's plus size now.
Same thing with
Sue Young, Carrie Hogan. Carrie Hogan?
Yeah, Talia Blanchard. Talia Blanchard and Taya Valkyrie. You ain't gonna see that. And Jordan Grace. No.
Unless you want to count Moose being the, I guess. Nah, he ain't. He ain't the godfather of Impact Wrestling. He's trying to have a bunch of women at his side, but
he'll never be the godfather of professional wrestling. There's only one.
What's his name?
The Godfather.
What's his real name?
I don't know.
You know? Well, he goes by another name, Papa Shango.
And Kamala.
And what was that boxer he went motorcycle wearing gimmick he had?
I know you're talking about. I can't think of the name.
Braz?
Yeah.
Not Jazz.
You talking about like he was known as the Good Father. When he was the right censor, they call him the Good Father because he worked with them.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty much it. A shout out to our boys Xavier Hill and Mike Henry. A link to their YouTube pages will be in the descriptions down below, as always. And another shout out to our boys Rayne, Andre, Farrell, Chris Petrie, and Delvin, the remaining members of the Heaven Monsters podcast. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry, y'all.
Give it a thumbs up. If you don't, give it a thumbs down. Hit that subscribe button if you like the content, and hit that notification bell for the next Heaven's Monsters podcast. And excuse me, I gotta slap this fool.
Like I said, Scott Bordeaux, you disappoint me, girl. Like,
ba la ba style. Ba 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 ba.
you know he gonna be. You know he got something backstage.
Killer Cross crossing those legs of the smoke show.
And
Technically.
and relationship with a loser.
Oh, I gotta show you that video too, where someone's asking Hornswoggle, do you know these people were dicks or were they hoes? I gotta show you those videos later.
There's also ones with wrestlers who they talk about the women and the men.
That's all, folks. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.
Bye.
Peace out.